Let's talk some Ohio State Buckeye recruiting. Yeah, we're in the middle of a dead period right now, but there is still some action that I want to speak on right now. Top recruits are locking in official visits with the Buckeyes, and we got a few big names to go over. But before we get going, Ohio State fans, do me a favor. Look at this. I don't want to jinx it, but we're almost to 100K, and I think you guys can help us get there. Hit that subscribe button for me. All right, so official visit season. It starts at the end of May and it runs through June. So about 4 to 5 weeks of just craziness on the recruiting trail in Ohio State. During this period, I expect them to host close to or over 50 official visitors. So we've got a few big names that I want to give you a little preview on, and there's going to be some star power in Columbus this summer, starting with the number one running back in America, the weekend of May 30th. Now, this is going to be a big weekend. I'm going to talk about some of the bigger names and then move on to the next, but Savion Hyder is going to be in Columbus. He is the number one overall running back in America. He goes 5'11", 190. He can do it all. Number 21 best prospect overall. Also that weekend from New Orleans, Jabari Mack, one of the top wide receivers in America. So Ohio State wasting no time. As soon as official visits open, they are going to have a massive weekend on May 30th. Let's move to the weekend of June 6th. This is headlined by a pair of top 150 recruits, starting with Jonathan Hatton Jr. from the state of Texas. He's the number 5 ranked running back in the country. He goes 6'5", 205 pounds. Power, speed, he just brings it when he steps on the field. Also, big man Adam Guthrie. Get this. He goes 6'7", 280 pounds. He's from Washington Courthouse, Ohio, and Ohio State has competition here, and it comes from Clemson, but I think that weekend that they get him on campus is going to be massively important. Let's move on to the weekend of June 13th. So we are getting into the heart of summer visit season, and it's no surprise another number one player at his position. This time it's safety Blaine Bradford. He's 6'1", 195 pounds from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The number one ranked safety in America, top 20 player overall. He's 6'1", 195 pounds. He's going to be on campus headlining the weekend of June 13th. Also, in-state linebacker Sincere Johnson. I really like this prospect. He's a linebacker from Glenville High School down there in Cleveland that goes 6'3", 235 pounds, the number 3 player in the state. He's going to be on campus. We'll see if the Buckeyes can lock that one down over the weekend. All right, that weekend, though, there's going to be, I expect, maybe upwards of 10 to 12 prospects on campus for official visitors. Let's move to June 20th. Now, this will end up probably being the headline weekend for the summer for the Ohio State Buckeyes, because you can already start to see it. Wide receiver Chris Henry Jr., the 5-star commitment from Mater Dei High School in California, is going to be on campus for an official visit. And I have a feeling, because Oregon, USC, they're not giving up with Chris Henry Jr., and they are going to probably get him on campus. But I think this official visit, the weekend of June 20th, will really quiet things down. I expect by the time June rolls around, there's going to be teams that feel optimistic about where they stand with Chris Henry Jr., but in the end, this official visit, I think, is going to probably calm the water, shut things down, and quiet it down for the rest of the summer. So who else will be in Columbus for that final weekend? Well, nothing is officially scheduled yet, but a couple names I'll give you to watch for. Maybe Jackson Cantwell, the number 1 overall prospect in America. He is already scheduled a March unofficial visit to Ohio State, which I think is vitally important. We've talked about it on the Inside Scoop. And I think during that March unofficial visit, I think the official visit gets scheduled then. I think that when they sit down with his parents and go over some things, I think they lock in that official visit. Another prospect I would keep an eye on is number 1 edge Zion Ely. Yes, he's committed to Maryland, but that's okay. I think getting Zion Ely on campus, and he said that he is going to visit Ohio State. He just hasn't locked in a date. But I think getting him in on that final official visit weekend would be huge. One more name I'm going to give you that I think would be a good get on that final official visit weekend is elite offensive tackle Felix Ojo out of Texas. He has said an official visit will happen last weekend at the Dallas Under Armour. He also said, quote, Texas and Ohio State are right there at number 1 and number 2. So You can tell where the battle lines are being drawn. Another classic Ohio State versus Texas battle. Ohio State has won plenty of these. Texas has won plenty of these. We'll have to see who dukes it out for Felix Ojo. So we're expecting many more visitors to be in town. Number 1 DB, Elbert Hill. He's a major priority. He's from Akron, Ohio. Bama, USC, Oregon, Ohio State, all involved for him. I think he's another one that we see on one of these big visit weekends. But it's still early. This is just a glance of what's to come for what will be an exciting summer for the defending national champions.